How's it going, everybody? Landon with Late Model Restoration. Welcome to round 2, covering the Ford Performance Power Packs for the 2015 to 2017 Mustang GTs. This video will contain my review, install, and dyno runs on the Stage 2 Power Pack from Ford Performance. If you're in the market for more horsepower and torque in your 2015 to 2017 Mustang GT and want to keep things clean and simple, you should definitely consider this Stage 2 Power Pack from Ford Performance. This Power Pack is going to feature the same throttle body and cold air intake found on the GT350, and of course an exclusive calibration for this particular setup. The throttle body itself features an 87mm opening versus the factory 80mm to allow more airflow, resulting in more power. The cold air intake arrives pre-assembled with a high flow paper filter, larger inlet tube, and the airbox. Aside from those two key components, this kit also includes Ford Performance's ProCal tool. This tool allows for calibrations for both manual and automatic transmissions. Manual Mustang owners get an exclusive no-lift shift strategy, which by the way is really cool, while automatic owners get increased line pressure for faster, more positive shifts. The ProCal tool will increase throttle response to the electronic throttle body, allows for rear end gear changes, and the ability to read diagnostic trouble codes. When you open the box, you'll find the GT350 throttle body, GT350 cold air intake, throttle body adapter to adapt the larger GT350 unit to the factory intake manifold, of course the ProCal tool, all needed installation hardware, calibration sheet with code, and installation instructions. Keep in mind when purchasing this kit, a laptop computer is required to operate the ProCal tool for whenever you flash the PCM with the Ford Performance calibration, and of course 91 octane fuel and higher is required. Ford Performance does rate this kit at 21 peak horsepower and 24 pound-feet of torque over a factory car. This Stage 2 kit is 50 state legal and retains the vehicle's warranty as long as an authorized Ford dealership completes the install. For more information on the limited warranty, click the link in the video description or check out the product page. Alright fellas, I'm going to strap our 2015 Mustang GT to the dyno and get a baseline pull. The only modification to the car as it sits is a Ford Performance GT350 Catback with the sport mufflers. This car is a performance pack car, so it's equipped with a 6-speed MT82 manual transmission and 373 rear end gears. For a good starting point, before we install the Stage 2 Performance Pack, this car managed to make 395 horsepower at 6,500 RPMs at 370 pound-feet of torque at 3,900 RPMs. Those are SAE corrected numbers with a 5th gear pull and 93 octane fuel. To get started with the install, pop the hood and disconnect the negative battery cable. Pry up on the intake manifold cover, then slide it out and underneath the strut tower brace if equipped. Disconnect the mass airflow sensor connection and detach the clip securing the harness to the factory airbox. Remove the bolt securing the box to the fender with a 10mm socket. Now remove the Pcv connection and the 2 evap connections on the air inlet tube. Our car already had the sound tube deleted. You will need to do the same for this install. Remove it from the inlet tube and the small push pin near the strut tower. Finally, remove the nut from the stud on the firewall that secures the sound tube. Discard the sound tube and use the provided plug to block off the hole in the firewall. Loosen the 7mm hose clamp on the inlet tube and remove the factory airbox from the car. Disconnect the throttle body connection. Remove the 4 8mm bolts securing the throttle body to the intake manifold and then remove the throttle body. If it helps, remove any oil separator that may be attached. This could get in the way while you install the GT350 throttle body. Make sure the area is clean of any foreign material. Now install the provided green gasket in its dedicated spot on the throttle body adapter. Align the throttle body adapter with the intake manifold, making sure the countersunk holes are flush with the threaded holes on the intake manifold. Use the provided Allen head bolts to secure the throttle body adapter and then torque the bolts to 7 pound-feet. Now position the GT350 throttle body into place and use the provided bolts to secure it to the intake manifold. Torque these bolts to 60 inch-pounds and then rotate an additional 60 degrees. Plug in the electrical connection to the throttle body, grab the GT350 cold air intake and make 2 cuts in the rubber seal. Position the cold air intake into the car and make sure the rubber seal you just cut is angled down. Slide the inlet tube over the throttle body and secure the box with the previously removed retaining bolt. Then tighten the 7mm hose clamp on the inlet tube. Next, drill a small hole in the airbox and attach the harness clip. Detach the other small harness clip on the fender and utilize the included zip tie to secure the harness. Now cut the evap line to the right of the throttle body and install the included 3/8 vacuum T. Remove the quick connect from the evap line on the left side of the throttle body and install it onto the T fitting as well. Take this time to reconnect any lines or anything else you may have removed to put the throttle body on. Install the provided foam seal with the larger, firmer piece of foam on the filter side. Reinstall your intake manifold cover and reconnect the negative battery cable. Take this time to visually inspect your work and make sure everything is nice and tidy. Grab your laptop, ProCal tool, USB cable, and the calibration sheet. Follow the simple instructions on the sheet to create a Ford Performance account and have access to download the ProCal software. Once that is finished, plug in the tool to the OBD2 port located just to the right side of the driver's side kick panel. Plug the cable into the ProCal and the laptop. Open the ProCal software and allow it to read the VIN. Enter the calibration code and then download the file. Program the vehicle, allow the programming to finish, and then unplug the ProCal from the OBD2 port. Okay guys, everything is installed and the PCM now holds the almighty Ford Performance calibration. Let's turn the rollers over one more time and see what she makes. Man, if these numbers don't impress you guys, then I don't know what to tell you. How does 421 horsepower and 399 pound-feet of torque sound? Those are good enough for peak gains of 26 horsepower and 29 pound-feet of torque. Remember, it's not always about the peak gains. Throughout the curve, this Stage 2 Power Pack picked up 47 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. These Power Packs continue to impress and are really making some killer power with minor bolt-on modifications. To see more great products from Ford Performance and to stay up to date with us here at Late Model Restoration, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure and pick up this Ford Performance Stage 2 Power Pack from the real Mustang enthusiasts, LMR.com.